In a recent video I was showing you how to start treadling on a treadle machine for the first time, and I had a little bit of a technical hitch in that the belt on Grandma, my Singer 27 from 1912, actually broke. So in today's video what I'm going to be doing is showing you how to change the treadle belt on an antique Singer sewing machine like this one to a new belt. The first thing that you're going to need to do is obviously take the old belt off the machine, and before you do that make sure you take some photographs of where the belt's actually going so you know where to put the new belt when you come to replace it. Not only does the belt go around underneath this guard at the back of the hand wheel, it goes down through these two holes here to the underneath of the machine. You've got the belt shifter at the front of the machine, just in front of this band wheel here, which goes around behind this dress guard, and at the back of the machine you've got this guard which the belt also needs to go through. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove the old belt by just sliding it out from behind this guard here and just pulling it upwards. As you can see, it's started to decay and it's actually crumbling. What's happened is this metal hook has actually pulled its way out of the belt, leaving a bit of a mess behind. Now sometimes leather actually stretches, so these belts can stretch, which you can use to your advantage because you can chop it back down to size and reattach the hook. But I'm not going to do that in this case. I'm actually going to put a new belt on, because if I try and reattach this hook to the other end, I just end up with crumbs like this as it pulls its way back out. Here's the new belt. Now these come in one size. This one I believe goes from 68 inches to 72 inches, and the reason for that is because these belts will fit most treadle machines. It doesn't matter what make of treadle machine you've got, and you just cut it down to size, and it already comes with the hook. What I'm going to do is a reverse of how I took the original belt off. Is I'm just going to slide it down and under that guard, and there's like a little wheel just there that it slots into. Then I'm going to take this back part and just slot it through the back hole in the base, and it's the end with the hook that I'm going to pop down there. With this end I'm just going to keep that on the top of the machine for now. The guide that's just here at the top of the wheel here, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull it so that it goes around the band wheel. Now this bit's a bit fiddly because obviously you have to get it past this bit of a frame, and you just work it through by not getting it attached around the foot of the machine. There you go, that's better. Okay, come to the front, grab that bit, and then you just slot it into the band wheel as you come back up the front of the machine. And around here, where the belt shifter is, this bit needs to go up through the belt shifter, like that. There you go. And then you bring this end back up through the hole in the base of the machine. Because it has to go up through the hammock, if you like, that the machine sits in, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lift Grandma up slightly so I can put my hand down into that little home and just pull the belt up, and then put Grandma back down. Now what we need to do is we need to cut the belt down to size. Now when you're doing this, what you want to be doing is it needs to be tight with a little bit of give, if you like, but you want to make sure that it moves both the top wheel and the band wheel below. And when you hold it and it's in the right spot, you should feel the tension on the belt to show that it's moving both. When you're happy you've got it in the right spot, just make a mark on the side that you're going to cut, which is the bit that hasn't got the staple going through it. Whoops. Now I recommend going a bit longer to start with, because once you've cut it there's no adding it back, but if it's a bit longer you've got room to fine tune it and to adjust it if you need to. Once you're happy and you've got it cut, what you need to do then is just mark on the bit that the staple's not going through where that needs to go through to hold it together. And then what we're going to do is pop a hole in the belt with a nail or a pin or something like that for that little hook to go through. What you want to do is get it started by just pushing it through and then just gently tap it. Make sure it goes through the centre of the belt before you push it all the way through. Now I took the belt off the machine because it just made it a bit easier to do that. I've got the bit with the hook wrapped around the bobbin winder just to hold on to it, and now I'm just going to bring the two ends together and stick the hook through the hole in the other end of the belt. Just gently squeeze it through a bit further with the help of some handy pliers, and then just to secure it you just bend the end over. The great thing about these belts is if you find after you've got it up and running that that belt is just a little bit too loose, you can undo that staple and reposition it and take out some of the extra slack. I hope you liked today's video and that it's helped you figure out how to fix your treadle belt. If you did like it, give it a thumbs up, and why not subscribe and click the little bell so that YouTube can give you a notification when I upload another video. And in the meantime, you can check out some of the other videos that I've got on this channel using the links coming up on screen any minute now, or the ones I'll put in the description box for you. Whichever video you go and check out, I hope you come back here for the next one. And in the meantime, whatever you're sewing it with, embrace your creativity and have fun. Thank you ever so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.